want to be here, neither do we. That's why we call it the obligatory. We talk about farts, food, Mike's kids, $5,000 beds, girls, comedy, and Kermit's butthole. Yeah, maybe the facts aren't right, but here's the obligatory podcast with Kermit and Myke.
Welcome back. It is the obligatory. It's the obligatory podcast with Kermit and Myke, episode 83. I am Myke.
I'm Kermit.
And that's a fact. Welcome back. It's been a week, so we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty, find out what's been going on. Meanwhile, I'm sitting across from Kermit. Before we get into that, though, of course, you can hear us on Spotify when they decide to update it.
Yep.
Google Play.
Yep.
iTunes.
Yep.
iHeart.
Yep.
Podbean.
Yep.
And YouTube videos.
See.
All right, cool. And if you're getting really, really generous, head on over to our Patreon account. Throw us a couple of bucks. We're not like the homeless guys downtown. We're not going to come chasing you for it. But, you know.
I am.
We'll look at you with pouty eyes. Now, most noticeably, you're wearing a turkey
That's right,
hat.
baby. It's happy Thanksgiving week, man.
Yeah, but why?
What do you mean, why?
It's just me and you.
I got to show you I'm in the spirit of giving. I don't know. Is that what Thanksgiving's about?
Why the turkey hat?
What do you mean, why not? That's the real question.
I don't know. Like, you just... Does it feel weird for you being a grown man and having so many costumes? Like, you don't do a ton of costume parties. You wear costumes all year round.
I think that's what it is. I buy costumes because no one invites me to parties, and I just have my own little wardrobe.
You just show up for everything dressed. How many costumes are you up to now? What you got?
Well, I'm returning this one. So,
Okay.
Let's see. Poop, voodoo, muscle, fly, lucha libre. The gecko.
Okay.
That's 6.
Do you
If you count the turkey, 7.
What do you use all these costumes for?
I just have them. I buy them and then I just keep them.
Like, please tell me there's some sexual role play.
No, it's just Halloween. It's like Halloween costumes. I just keep them.
Mm-hmm.
What do you? That's what I buy a costume every Halloween, and then I just throw it in storage.
Okay.
Why are you making it sound weird?
Because you don't just wear costumes on Halloween.
Or you think I like wear this to bed?
You're wearing it now for a podcast.
You think I give it a to my girl?
No, but now I'm thinking you're gonna.
Listen, what I do with my costumes is my business.
No reason to get defensive.
I'm not getting offensive.
It was an honest question.
That's why I just got costumes, man.
Okay.
It's not some weird role play or anything
No,
like that.
No, you know, people have things that they're interested in, and they're called fetishes.
It's not a fetish. You're twisting it.
I'm not twisting
it.
No,
You're making it sound like I wear this.
You like to get dressed up a lot of times as like animals. So would you consider yourself like more of a furry?
No, I'm not a furry.
Why did you get so offended at that?
Because those are weirdos. Furry people.
Said the man wearing a turkey.
Yeah, but I wear this. I wear this for events. I don't wear it like.
What's the event right now?
Thanksgiving.
It's not Thanksgiving.
Well, in 2 days it is. Or actually, today it's Thanksgiving.
When you got married, did you wear your tux 2 days before the event?
No, because it's a rental.
Rent the tux, buy the turkey outfit.
That's right.
Yeah, that's rules to live by.
I don't see what's the big problem. Why you?
Not a big problem. It's
All
just,
right.
I don't know. It's like I'm chatting with Foghorn Leghorn.
I say, boy, come here, boy. I tell you what, give it 1, 2. That lets people know we're super old.
No, it's good. It looks good on you.
It looks good on me.
It looks good on
I
you.
look like an asshole. Looks good on me.
No, it's funny.
What's this thing called on turkeys, by the way? What's this thing? The gizzard?
I don't know what the top is called. I know the bottom is the gobbler, right?
Is it? They called it the gobbler.
Yeah, that little thing that
The
hangs down. Isn't that the gobbler?
I don't know. I should know this before I go somewhere
Buying a
and start
costume?
buying costumes. Are you taking a photo of me?
I am. I want people to see how ridiculous you look.
I look amazing right now.
Amazingly
Happy
ridiculous.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Well, if there's one turkey that deserves to be on the cutting block,
Me.
it's Thanksgiving, definitely you. So let's catch up. It's been a week since I've seen you. What you been up to?
Besides running the open mic, that's it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
editing, and that's it. Open mic.
Open mic. No shows this past week?
Oh no, you know what? I did a show at a place called Shots in Barry.
Oh, yeah. I used to do that years and years ago. Vince Taylor used to run some shows out there, and it was always like some school doing a charity fundraiser.
That's exactly what I did.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Do you remember the school?
Panthers. I don't know.
Yeah,
Go Panthers.
yeah. So it was like their football program.
Yeah, it was like their football
they do a
program.
comedy show.
I did a feature for Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And it went well.
Was it packed out?
Yeah, it was. When we got there, we were like, oh, no.
Because nobody had shown up yet.
Nobody was there. And then they showed up the time the show's supposed to start.
But they're white.
Yeah, everyone was late.
Wow.
The show's supposed to start at 8. They showed up at 8.
Wow.
So we just waited till like 8:30, and then we started the show. And then it was cool.
Yeah.
It was like 2 Daytona comics, and then his Marvin.
Yeah.
And then me, and then Jersey.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a fun little room.
yeah, it was dope.
Yeah.
It was dope. So
Cool.
I had a good time, and can't say anything bad about it. There's nothing really crazy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, people get drunk because there's an outdoor and then there's an indoor bar,
Mm-hmm.
and then the people from outdoor bar got really drunk and started coming in during Jersey's set,
Uh-huh.
and that shit
That's
just,
always
oh,
interesting.
dude, and
Everybody that walks in the door acts like they're the funniest thing in the world.
no, the drunk people thought it was karaoke, so they started singing these random songs while Jersey's on stage, and Jersey, like the manager had to keep coming up and getting these people out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jersey's set is quite musical.
But that's the thing, he had music cues, so like they
People
thought
thought-
it was part of the freaking
Yeah,
karaoke.
that's-
so I'm like,
That's what you get
yeah.
for being a musical actor.
Yep.
Yes.
So he did all the musical acts, and then people thought it was karaoke.
He's like, this never happens on the cruise ships.
you know what that son of a bitch told me?
What?
He goes, hey man, I used your joke again. I was like, what do you mean? I go, and he uses I think is my worst joke. I honestly, he goes, no, I made it better. I was like, you can't make that joke better because it's a mean joke. So straight up, it's a joke about me giving food to the homeless, and then the homeless guy gets a dog, and then what happens is I feel bad for the dog, so I buy dog food for the dog. I give the guy the bag of dog food, and I leave. But as I'm leaving, I see him feeding the dog, and then he starts eating the dog food. So I turn around and I start yelling at the homeless guy, no, that's for the dog, and I drive away.
Yeah, that's horrible.
It's a mean fucking joke. It's a mean joke.
But he had said he'd used that one before.
Yes.
And then he said
But I thought he was
did it-
joking.
Oh, and now he did it again?
Yes. And then he goes, and then I use another joke of yours. I go, what? Are you just doing my set now? You're just like, hey, my name's Kermit Gonzalez. And like, I didn't know what to say to him.
Glad to see it's working for someone.
I was like, what are you doing? He did,
So what other joke?
He did the, he did my $5,000 bed joke.
Oh, my motherfucker.
I was like, dude, that's my main joke.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't do that joke. He goes,
Yeah.
no, but I made it different. I was like,
No.
I was like, bro, you're doing my joke.
No. And see, all comics should be upset because if he's doing your material, he's doing everybody's material.
I can't imagine. Because I should be the bottom feeder of the comics. I'm just like, I'm just saying, I know my jokes work, but you're stealing from me? It's because like I don't get out and I don't put my stuff out that much. So I don't know. I'm also just throwing my jokes, just start copywriting it out there because man, I was like, yo, and he's telling me this as we're driving to the venue.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you gonna do my jokes tonight? He's like, no. I was like, oh, thank you.
No, just be straight up. Be like, dude, I appreciate you not doing my material.
The homeless one, I didn't care. Like that was
No,
just like,
you should care about everything.
But that one, the $5,000 bed one, I was like, dude, that's my main.
I worked with a comic once, an older comic who does a lot of cruise ship stuff, and I was opening for him. And after the show, he's like, "Oh man, I really like that one joke you do." I'm like,
Gotta fill time.
I'm like, thank you. I like it too. That's why I do it. And then he's like, when I was starting out, we kind of had a rule amongst comics, like, we don't do each other's material, but if someone's out on the cruise ships, they can do your material.
Who made that rule?
This is what he was telling me. He's like, when you're out on the cruise ships, you can do, your friend's material from back home because you're out at the cruise ships and blah blah blah. I'm like, oh well, I'm glad I didn't grow up in that era because I would have had to hit somebody. I'm like, because the way I see it is people who get on those cruise ships come off the cruise ships and then they go to comedy clubs because they're a fan of comedy, and then they see the comic doing the joke that someone else did, and they're like, oh, they stole our cruise line comics material. So
Yep.
I've always just subscribed to the fact, do your own fucking material, and we won't have an issue.
Yeah, I don't know, man. When
need-
he gets off the boat, I gotta talk to him.
You need to give him a
I
talk.
was just kind of like, what?
That's never okay, man. It's always harder when it's a friend saying that
It
to
is.
your material.
Oh man, but we boys. I'm looking at him like I want to kick you out of my car driving.
Look at him and go, Jersey. Like, you know how many of your jokes I did last weekend? 0. I didn't play a single CD.
Nothing like ending my show or ending my set with a Phil Collins joke.
Yeah. Let's get off this, though. I'm tired of it. Feels like we always come because I'll just get
you
pissed
get into
and
it.
talk about joke thieves for the next hour.
You get so upset.
I get so upset.
You get so upset.
It's a pet peeve. It's like, oh, you slept with my girlfriend? Yeah, shit happens. You stole a joke? That's fucking intentional.
I'm glad that you're angry for me.
Yeah,
I'm not-
I am.
A part of me is just like, whatever, but you're angry
No,
for me,
but
so
you
I'll
can't
let
be like that because you gotta let him know it's not okay in
Yeah.
general. Like you can't just because he's telling the next comic, "Oh, Kermit lets me," you know. So and then we're like, "Oh, well, if Kermit said it's okay, well, Kermit doesn't know shit."
Yeah,
So,
gotcha.
but yeah, I was down Thursday night. I was at the 31 Supper Club in Ormond Beach, Florida, and that's like a classier place, everything else. And it went really well. I was there because they hired me to feature, but paid me extra because they had Eric Myers booked to headline, and they were
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked.
they
about
were
this.
thinking he might not show up. And then you know what happened?
He didn't
He
show
didn't
up.
show up.
Yeah.
So I got to headline that room. It was a good crowd. Kind of an older audience out there, but there were some. I would say the median age out there is like 60, but they were like, ranging in age from 30 to 60. But you do a cleaner set, and they're a good crowd. They're fun. And then Saturday, I had that gig that I had wanted to cancel. And I didn't.
Right, because
And I
you
should've.
too late. Why would happen?
So Fort
No one showed
Lauderdale,
up.
I drive down there, Orlando to Fort Lauderdale. All right.
How long is that?
With the traffic I had on Saturday, it was about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, you should have just went to Miami.
Yeah. So I drive down there. I get there about an hour early, and the venue's called the Underground Coffee House.
Okay.
But my maps is telling me, like, turn here. And there was nowhere to turn, like pulling into the plaza. I had to do like a lap around the block to find this one narrow little driveway that took you to the secret plaza type thing.
No.
So then the place is called the Underground Coffee House, but you got to go upstairs to get to it.
Okay.
So how are you going to be the Underground Coffee House if you're upstairs?
Is there another level?
What do you mean?
Is there like 3 stories?
It's just 2 stories.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe they consider that the underground, and that's a
nope.
basement.
You go up the stairs. And then there's this room, and it's this little coffee house upstairs, okay? But it's so tiny. And you go your left, and there's the little coffee bar counter and a couple little seating areas and stuff like that. Then you go your right, and there's the theater. And when I tell you this place was, take this room, the width of it, okay, and then make the length like 3 times longer.
Okay.
That's
Oh no.
and the stage is in this little corner back here. And I get there, and the guy who's running the show is setting up folding chairs, and there's like 2 leather couches against a wall. But then they have, so the room's as narrow as this. This is what 8 feet, 10
Sure.
feet? Let's say 10 feet. 10 feet. The room's as narrow as this from the back wall to the back of the stage. Okay, so 10 feet from the back of the stage to the wall you can see, and they put folding chairs. But then the spotlight they have in this place is like straight from a rock concert, full on. Fucking the length of it was half the room.
Right.
And they just turned this thing on, and you're sweating the second they turn it on. And I was like, man, we can do without that spotlight. Like, someone can hold up their iPhone in this room, and we're good to go. Like, we don't need all this. But I walk in, and this room looks like, fire hazard wise, it shouldn't have more than 6 people in it. And they're like, oh no, we usually get like 50 to 60 in here. Have you never been here? I'm like, nah,
It'd be like a dance hall, bro. Like,
yeah. I'm like, nah, I've never done this room. They're like, yeah, we usually get like 40 to 50 to 60. But this week's gonna be light, which is weird.
Okay, that's always
So
great
Ken
to
was
hear.
Ken Miller was there the week before, and he hit me up. He's like, dude, it was great. We packed everything else. They told me my week was light. Like, they didn't even have 10 people on the books yet. So I just drove 3.5 hours to do a gig I didn't want to do for money I didn't want to do it for. And now they're telling me there's going to be no one there, which makes the gig even worse because it's like, okay, at least if I come down, do the gig, it's a packed house. If it's a lot of people in the audience, it's more fun. You got more energy. There's more chance of everything hitting. You don't have to sell it as hard to a room of 60 as you do to fucking 15.
Right.
And besides that, it's like when the pay's a little bit low, I'm like, as long as there's a good crowd, I'll make it up on merch and it won't matter. When you tell me we only got 10 to 15 people on the books, I'm like, I got to sell to every single one of those people to make this whole trip worth it.
Oh, boy.
So then I go up. They had a host there, and they had a feature act, and they had a guest spot. The host and the feature were out of Tampa. The feature act was actually a guy out of L.A. who writes for Adult Swim.
Okay.
So I guess he had grown up in Fort Lauderdale, and now he was doing time there. Nice enough guy, funny material, everything like that. But I was just already in the mood about having to be there and do this show that I didn't really take advantage of making any network connections or anything. And yeah, so his intro was, blah, 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 rights for Adult Swim. And my intro was like, this is Myke. Because they asked me why I wanted for my intro. I'm like, for 11 people all over the age of my parents, just say this is Myke.
He drove 3 hours out of his way to just sit here and stare at you guys for a bit.
Yeah, and then I just went into all my small room stuff. But
Here I go, vomiting this out on.
Anyone else have problems finding this place? I had a map to this place and couldn't find it. And then how are you going to call it the Underground Coffee House when it's upstairs? Isn't that a little misleading? Like, if you just told me I'd be doing comedy in Anne Frank's attic tonight, that would be great.
And then everyone left.
No, if I was... And I'm like, it is kind of like doing comedy in Anne Frank's attic. I mean, the way you guys have been silent for all the other comedians tonight. You're like, we want to laugh, but we don't want the Germans to find us.
Yeah. It was a rough room.
No, it was.
Okay.
They were good.
Your 11 people were laughing?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and they went along with a lot of stuff.
Oh, man, that stinks.
So I ended up doing like an hour.
Dude, man, how do you get trapped in these gigs, man?
I say yes.
Ah, dude, like you get trapped in these awful gigs. That's what turns me off about comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, I don't mind going to a room local and then it'd be like nobody there.
Yeah,
like I get it. But then if you get hired and then you travel and then you go there and you just get a shit. It sucks, man. I just gotta.
Yeah, because this gig also no hotel room. So
of course not.
It's like one of those things when you really break it down, like, okay, 3.5 hour drive down, 3 hour drive back because less traffic, obviously, 6.5 hours, but 2 hours, showtime. So you're looking at 8.5 hours, and you break down what you get paid. You're like, if someone offered me this job at this hourly rate, plus put that much mileage on a vehicle or whatever, you'd be like, what, are you fucking insane?
Yeah.
But you're like, no, I'm a comic. So
Dude.
I will say this. When I said yes to this gig, it was because I thought I had
nothing.
Thursday and Friday in Key West lined up.
That's
so
right.
It would have been Thursday, Friday, Key West, then drive back up towards Orlando, swing by this place, knock it off. Also, I usually stop somewhere on the way back. So it would have been good, but just another day.
Yeah.
Just another day.
Another day of the black cloud chasing Myke.
You know what? I think part of it is I don't invest in myself.
Here we go.
I've seen some of the prices that some of these comedians are getting paid per show right now.
Okay.
How much you think Louie Anderson makes per show?
Per show?
Per show. I saw some numbers today. Now, mind you, all these numbers fluctuate, but for like a theater show of 600 people, how much do you think he's
Louie
charging?
Anderson.
Yep.
Oh. At least he's starting, right? I'm not just ballparking.
Right.
3,000?
Ooh, you're way off.
Lower or higher?
Yep. Here's the thing. When I was out in Vegas like 4 years ago, I was playing this place called Big Al's Comedy Club at the Orleans Casino.
Okay.
I was in the small room doing, it's the comedy club. Seats probably about 200, 300 people. But I was there for 7 shows, okay? 7 shows, regular weekend. And I think my take for the weekend was a little over 2,000, something like that.
Okay.
For 7 shows.
But I'm talking about Louie's making
But
for each show, right?
Here's why I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I did 7 shows at the Orleans Casino, Big Al's Comedy Club, made like $2,000. And when I went to sign for my check, they had Dana Carvey one night in the big room next to me. You know what he made for one night?
Was he hot at the time?
No, this was way after Wayne's World, everything else we're talking about. This was 2014, maybe.
I'm pushing 20 now.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like 20 grand.
$85,000.
Oh, wow.
For Dana Carvey out of his prime. And when I told Louie Anderson what Dana Carvey got paid, he's like, $85,000? That's what the Orleans was paying me 10 years ago.
Damn. So in other words, that was cheap for him right now.
But now that's Vegas.
But that's movie credits
that's Vegas,
too. Yeah.
Movie credits, but also you think the big room in Vegas, you can hold like thousands.
Right.
Now, that being said, Louie Anderson's price for like a theater to do 600, starting without question, 30 grand right now for one show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But most of these companies, they make door deals, right?
Well, you're thinking improv. You're thinking like when they get booked for the week at the
So they
Improv.
do a theater, they get paid grands.
It really
bank.
everything. That's the thing with our business, man. Everything's negotiable. But then also, I think John Lovitz, his price for a one nighter right now is like 15 to 20,000. Bill Engvall is up to like 90 grand a show. Billy Gardell from Mike and Molly is sitting right there with like 25 to 30 grand a show.
Jeez.
You know, and it's not hard to fathom when you think about Preacher Lawson's up to 10 to 15 grand, and he's only been a name for like a little over a year and a half, 2 years,
Yeah.
you know? So there's just money to be made in comedy if you can hit that level, hit that peak. Like Larry the Cable Guy still does theaters and stadiums.
Right.
You know, you can't get him for a 200-seater unless you want to pay. You won't make your money back as a theater owner of a 200-seater unless you're doing multiple shows.
Right.
And even then, he's like, well, this is how much I charge a show. But the reason I bring it all up is sometimes there's a saying, you gotta spend money to make money, right?
Oh, I thought you could do that. You gotta know when to fold 'em,
When to fool 'em,
know when to hold
when to
'em.
hold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know the rest.
That's for our two Ocala friends who listen. There you go. You guys know the song. We don't have to. There's a rapper in Baltimore. Okay, rapper in Baltimore just made the news because he's not just his rap name is Chad Focus. Chad Focus. But his real name is Chad Arrington.
Hey, just stick with Chad Focus.
Chad Focus, rapper, Baltimore, hardcore.
Okay.
Chad Arrington, search engine optimization specialist for a money marketing publication. All right. Well, it turns out that Chad Arrington had been using the company credit card from the money marketing publisher's job to finance Chad Focus's rap career
Oh, wow.
for over 4 years. And how much do you think they just found out he spent over those 4 years promoting his rap? And now, mind you, here's what he was doing with this money. Here's what he was doing. He was buying, like, because his music could be streamed on all the music sites. So he was buying streams of his own music to push those numbers up. He was buying followers on Instagram and Twitter, stuff like that.
I need to start doing that.
And he bought billboards in Baltimore and even in New York City, Times Square. He bought a big digital billboard.
Genius.
With his name. Okay. How much do you think when they finally caught on to him, how much he had spent?
He has to be in the 100,000s, maybe more. Let's go 120.
120,000.
Yeah.
$4.1 million.
Oh, shit.
$4.1 million. This
Damn.
guy spent more money trying to become a famous rapper than most famous rappers end up having in their pocket.
no kidding.
50 Cent doesn't even have 50 Cents in his name anymore. You know, it's
Wow.
$4.1 million. And they just caught on to him. Okay. And now, mind you, with all that advertising, $4.1 million, all that, the first time we're hearing about him is when he got busted for stealing $4.1 million, which leads me to believe his advertising skills suck.
Yeah, no kidding.
4.1, he was advertising on MySpace Music or something, because I never heard of this guy.
Yeah, MySpace is all about music now.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know where he was, but I didn't hear about him. But, dude, with 4.1, do you realize he could have stopped at 3 million, moved to some non-extraditable country, and lived comfortably for the rest of his life? But my man was like, no. I got in this game to be a famous rapper.
That's what we got to do, man.
We got to get a company card from someone dumb enough.
Yeah.
So I think this guy should be fired. And I think the guy who's in charge of this guy should be fired.
Yeah.
Because they pulled up all these emails and texts and everything. Like, he's obviously he's being charged with, fraud and embezzlement and everything else. But he would get his buddy to Photoshop all the bank statements so he could send that to his supervisor. So, like, say he spent $360,000 one month, he would get like his friend to go in and re-Photoshop the bank statement. So it basically said, lunch out at Chili's, $13.95.
Wow, dude.
And they just caught up with him. $4.1 million. He's facing like 20 years. And it's like, oh, cool, because there's finally that 20 years in prison. That's street cred, that 4.1 million campaign.
And can he even rap?
I guess he did have one song that made it like somewhere into the top 40, but it was a remix with supposedly T-Pain or something. I don't know.
Boy.
But dude, $4.1 million, and he was like just a low level.
I was gonna say he's probably broke too when he was doing all this shit.
I'm sure, man. I'm sure, dude. That's crazy though. But that's a man.
We should be doing that.
That's a man who invests in himself.
We need to invest into this podcast. Get some billboards.
Mm-hmm.
And get a street team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I only want to spend like $50.
But that's just one guy that I'm kind of idolizing this.
You're idolizing that,
dude. I think you got to. I appreciate the hustle. You know what you think?
What hustle? He got away with it. It's a scam.
He got away with it.
Sort of.
He's facing 20 years.
Well, now he is.
He was too busy. He was too busy trying to live that life.
What is he? A white guy? Black guy? What is he?
Take a guess.
I'm assuming he's a white guy.
What? You think so?
Yeah.
You think so? No, he's not.
He's not?
No.
Black guy?
Yeah.
Damn. And he scammed it?
What made you make this about race, by the way?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it just seems like something like white people would do. Yes. An evil way to like screw over someone really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? No. Here's this next guy. Okay. Now,
just looking at people that are just screwing over people.
I couldn't remember the guy's name for this next story, so I wanted to pull it up. Have you ever been on like a dating app like Tinder or Bumble or anything like that? You know?
I was on Bumble and OkCupid for a while.
Where you like swipe on people's faces
Yeah.
and stuff. Okay. So what's the hardest part about that, you think, being a guy?
Oh, I don't know. What do you mean hard? They just
like meeting girls and stuff. Why you think if you're using that app, why do you think maybe you're not getting as many girls chasing you down as you would like? Like you're probably swiping on more women than women are swiping on you. Why do you think that's so?
I don't have an answer.
Oh, okay.
And like, what do you like? Why women are not swiping on me? I guess because shitty picture or you're ugly.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, I guess that would link into you got all this content.
When I was on, I was just swiping. I didn't even look.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like that guy.
Yeah.
You like played the numbers.
You played a numbers game.
Well, that's what it comes down to. Imagine if you had all those women as options, okay, that you could swipe on.
Yeah.
But when the women went to swipe, it was just you.
That'd be great. That's a good hack.
That's what this guy in North Carolina did.
That's a good hack.
He invented an app, a dating app called Singularity, where it's just him.
Genius.
And anytime so as many women as you want can join this app. The creator, Aaron Smith, 31 years old, said the biggest problem with other apps is that my face is not featured prominently.
Yeah, he cut the middleman out. He's like, I'm just going to do it myself.
So he decided to find a way to eliminate all other competitors. He says, if life gives you lemons, you should first make lemonade, he explained. Then make sure no other companies can produce or distribute their own soft drinks, so the only game in town is lemonade.
Nice.
I like the way this guy thinks.
That's a genius. You got a picture of him?
Yeah, he actually put out a video of his dating app. And let me see if I can. Or actually, you know what? Maybe you can. No, I'll just do it. No. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. I was going to say there was a video clip of it, but
I just want to see what he looks like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a photo?
No, there is, but I wasn't prepared to bring up photos and stuff like that. You got to let a guy know, man. You can't just be asking for shit and be like, "Oh, okay, here it is."
I thought you were on point, man. You seem like you're on
dude,
point.
you're the guy who takes care of everything.
I know.
Like this. So, what were you? See, there's a picture of him in like 3 different profiles. So every time you swipe, it's just a different picture of him in a different pose.
Oh my gosh, he looks like an extra that would be like at a Breaking Bad episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, a cholo looking kind of guy. That's hilarious.
Yep. But you gotta admire him, man. I mean, and the video he explains, he's like, look, he's like, so you're looking for that perfect guy? Go ahead, swipe right. Not interested in the guy you see? go ahead, swipe left. But I wouldn't. And he's like, and ladies, don't worry if you accidentally swipe left on Mr. Right, because I can guarantee you he'll be right back. And it's just him in like a ton of different poses and everything else. So I
wonder how much attention he's got now, though. I bet you has a shitload of attention.
I bet there's like,
yeah, they put a news story on that.
Dude, he's been on like every news channel already.
Yeah,
like
dude.
People magazine picked it
Now
up.
he's getting all the attention he wants.
Yeah,
Genius.
all the attention he wants.
Damn.
But no girl's gonna like actually make a serious man, because no girl's gonna trust the fact that he just basically put it out there to every woman, and they're like, oh, but he just wants me.
It's all about clout chasing, man. Everyone wants to be famous. The girls are gonna jump on it.
That's why you're wearing the turkey hat.
Yeah, it's for ratings.
How's that working out?
It was horrible.
Ah, Jesus. So yeah, I just thought those were two guys who believe in themselves.
So what are you trying to say? You're trying to say you need to start putting more time and investment into yourself?
Well, I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. That's step one.
Oh, yeah. Hold up. I didn't cue the song. Damn it. I forgot to load it. I was just doom, 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 boom.
I think what you're trying to say was
No, don't put that song in my head. They're going to copyright us. Don't sing it. Don't sing it. You're going to get other people to sing it. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, there you go. Have fun editing. Yeah, no, man. That's the first step before I make any. Why bother investing a bunch if I'm not going to be here in a month? You know.
Well, you got that stomach thing.
Yeah.
So, but it still bother you?
Yeah, it irks me.
Really?
Yeah. So
you
we'll
got
find
spider
out.
eggs in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know the worst part? This is the first time I'm going to a doctor. Like, I've been to the emergency room in the past for stitches and stuff.
Stitches.
And this is the first time I'm going to a doctor to do all the actual like workup and stuff like that. And I haven't been to one since I was like 9 or 10. So I'm worried, dude. I don't know.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm very worried.
I mean,
I'm very worried.
How do you feel?
I'm very worried that they're gonna find something that they're like, oh, if only we had caught this last week.
On a scale 1 to 10.
Dude, I'm always tired. I'm always fatigued.
But you're like 70.
71.
That's fine. You're supposed to be tired. You're supposed to be taking naps. All right, that's not. All right, what else?
My eyes are going on me.
What do you mean they're going on you?
Like, they get fatigued, they get strained. I got those optical migraines.
You got glasses? Yeah.
I got migraines.
Okay.
This past couple of years, I had those two little mini panic/heart attack, whatever they were, in the past 2 years. I'm not a picture of health, Kermit.
What's going on here? This podcast is getting sad now.
I don't know. I've heard all these stories now in the past couple of weeks about people going blind from eating potato chips their whole life.
What? I didn't hear
Did you hear about this?
No.
Yeah, there's like some mom in England who's...
Oh, that bitch is from England. Yeah, that shit's all
No, but
gross.
then there was one here too where someone would like ate nothing but bread and like French fries and stuff like as their main diet. I'm like, that's my
How
main
much did he
diet.
weigh?
I don't know.
Yeah, what? He's like 500 pounds?
But they don't put on your French fries like may cause blindness.
Yeah, but no one tells you to eat a pound a day.
No one tells you not to.
Listen, Potato Mike, you're not gonna
Exactly. I'm 99% starch. This isn't gonna go well. And the worst part is I won't even find out anything tomorrow. I'll just go in and they'll stick things in all my holes and they'll take blood.
Stick things in my holes.
And then they'll be like, okay, we're gonna send this out and we'll give you a call. And then they're gonna give me a call. And they're going to be like, oh, we can't talk about it over the phone. You're going to have to come in. And I'm going to stress out going in. And then when I get in, they're going to be like, no, you're fine.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
No, because there's obviously stuff that's wrong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's nothing.
No.
It's something, but it's nothing.
Yeah.
You're doing too much.
Life's over, man.
You're doing too much. I think you're just fatigued out.
I don't think that's it.
That's what it is, man.
I'm scared it's going to be one of those big things.
Look at the bright side. We'll pack out the Improv for a charity show for you.
Yeah, we'll get one charity show.
One good charity show.
Yeah.
I'll make you a nice flyer.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of shows at the Improv, we got tapped to do the Roast of Santa again this year.
Oh yeah.
But
what?
What
happened?
They're saying we can't roast Jesus.
Yes, it's kind of touchy.
What's it kind of touchy? Do you have more information than I know about this?
They just don't want to deal with the backlash like they always do every year.
Since when do we get backlash every year?
Someone always bitches to Krista about.
I've never heard of such backlash.
Yeah.
And this is our 9th year doing it.
And then a couple comedians are against it too.
Who?
Well, not a couple, just one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they cannot be on the show.
I don't know if they're not going to be on the show. It just he doesn't want to deal with it.
What's the deal with?
He doesn't want to roast Jesus.
Well, that's not his business.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not the comedian.
With all the shit that goes on that stage week in and week out, this is where the
line gets drawn.
I don't care, man. If I can't roast one fictional character, I don't want to roast any of them.
I'm not touching it.
What?
Because that's the problem.
What?
Because people believe.
People believe in Santa. The whole thing is about him.
Dude, I don't think you're gonna have your Jesus that you want if you want to do this roast.
Who said I want to do the roast?
Then you can do that at other bar. You can have 8 Jesus. I don't give a damn.
Thank you. The
You
way
wanna do
it's
the roast
supposed
at
to
other
be.
bar?
The way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, no. So wait, you're not gonna do the roast?
I'm not feeling it.
I mean,
I believe I'm against taking Christ out of Christmas.
you want to roast Jesus, so
No, we do the roast of Santa every year. It's for charity every year. We raise a good amount of toys for the Boys and Girls
Right.
Club or Toys for Tots,
Right.
whatever charity it is. We tell people it's an adult show. People come out. The majority of the people enjoy these shows, right? There's people that come every year,
right.
you know? So what's the problem?
I don't, dude. People don't want the house doesn't want to deal with it.
Who's the house?
Improv.
I've never heard one of these complaints. I've never
I'm
seen
telling you,
one of
man.
these emails.
dude,
I hate to sound like Trump right now, but I want to see some emails.
It's one complaint that brings it all down.
If that was the case, there would never be a comedy show because there's always someone complaining.
I understand that too,
Okay.
but it's all touchy with Jesus talk.
It's not touchy. He gets
It's,
roasts like the leprechauns do.
What was what is Sanchez called it? SJW, Social Justice Warriors or whatever. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can have some other comic on stage because he's been in movies talking about how he, treats women or whatever else, and everybody's got to be like, ah. But because we take a couple of friendly shots at the Lord and Savior.
Can't do it, man. Look, I'm on your side. But I'm telling you, it ain't gonna happen.
It needs to be there because the whole thing is Santa took Jesus' birthday away from him. So what's offensive about it? What's offensive about like me going up and saying something like, I don't understand why Christians are against gay marriage. I mean, Jesus had 2 dads. It worked out okay for him. What's offensive about that? What's offensive about being like Jesus? I assumed you were black. I read your book. You're always talking about the gospel, calling everybody brothers, couldn't get a fair trial. What's offensive about that?
Yeah, you know what? Just do all your roast jokes here, and then you don't have to worry about doing it. You get it out of your system.
No.
You're 2 for 2 right now. You're good. Not 2 for 2, 2 for 2.
But I mean, they're fun.
You're good.
They're nice.
You're good. I know you got like a lineup of them.
No, it's like, Jesus, how's it feel to be sitting on stage with the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy, but you're the one no one believes in? How about that? What's wrong with that?
I'm not touching it.
I was an altar boy. I have time served.
Oh, is that what you pull it?
I got a get into jail free card going.
Yeah, you gotta go
and,
past.
You know what? This decision's on me. I give you all a pass. If you guys get to heaven and God's up there going, what about that Santa roast? You go, that's on Myke. And I'll be like, I'll take it. And if that's what keeps me out of the pearly gates, I'll be like, but Santa God.
Jesus.
Look at all the toys that we got for little kids.
I'm telling you, man, it's not gonna happen. Are you not doing? So you don't even know if it's gonna happen right now.
I don't know if it's
based off the group chat. It's very vague.
Yeah, because we never got a definitive answer,
and nobody knows what they want to be, and no one's really talking.
Well, I think a lot of people are just still waiting to see how serious this is. Like, can we not do the roast that we've done for years?
Yeah. You're on your own, bro.
I'm not on my own.
Well, it's your show.
Yeah, it's not my show. It's those poor kids who aren't getting any toys. If
they ain't getting any toys then because Jesus can't be part of the show.
Wow, isn't that ironic?
Hey
guys, I'd like to
gotta break a few eggs and make an omelet.
I'd like to get you toys, but Jesus can't take a joke.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm stumped here.
I gotta tell you, at times like this, I ask myself, what would Jesus do?
Yeah,
And
apparently not a
Jesus,
roast.
Jesus would do whatever it takes to get those kids some toys.
He's like, Ma, you cannot do a roast on me because it's unholy.
How come your Jesus sounds like a ghost haunting? What do you think we should do?
I mean, if you guys want to do the roast, but you're going to have to kick out Jesus.
Why?
To make one comedian happy.
A comedian that has nothing to do with this show.
Now, officially, you can just kick him off and then do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That could be your problem. That could be your solution, too.
Done.
All right. There it is. You solved.
Done.
Because I think that he's the only one that doesn't want to do it.
Do what?
The roast if Jesus is on it.
Done.
So he's off.
Cool.
So now you got to write that out and say, we're doing it. Jesus is in.
We only did it with him 1 year.
Only did 1 year.
Only did 1 year with him.
Yep. And there's no footage.
Jesus has been there for 8.
And there's no footage to prove it.
Yep, because he was late.
He was late, and my hard drive blew up.
Yep, and he was late to the Christmas show.
Yeah.
Jesus was on time.
I mean, I'm sorry, man. I know you want.
So
this,
we're allowed to have Satan though, but we can't have Jesus.
Are you doing Satan too?
Satan's been on the roast every single
No,
year.
that's right. He has been.
Yep.
I remember we did that roast for I don't know what, maybe 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was when Jeff was Satan, and we raised money for the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
And then we took a big group photo, and then the person that was running Boys and Girls Clubs goes up to Jeff. Can you please not be in the photo?
Are you serious?
And Jeff got out of the photo.
Dude.
You didn't know that?
You know what?
If you go through the photos, you'll see all of us there. Jeff's not in it.
I wasn't in it either because I'm always busy selling merch when we do those group photos.
No, you were in this one.
Was I?
Yeah, we all took a photo on the Fat Fish Blue stage, and he kicked Jeff off.
That's rude.
Yeah, because he was like, I don't want Satan in it.
That's rude.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Fuck charity.
Uh-oh. Angry Myke. Oh, no.
Fuck needy kids.
It's...
Fuck them all. You know what? This year, doing the roast,
Uh-huh.
nobody gets shit.
No charity?
We're keeping it all.
Just a good old-fashioned roast?
I'm gonna take every one of those toys and just give them to my own
You
children.
give them to your own kids?
I don't even care. They're girls' toys. I don't care if it's made for babies.
Oh, shit.
You know what? 9 years of this shit. What do I get? A thank you? I don't get a thank you, Kerm. I get a big fuck you. So you know what? It's my year. It's my year. Give me the company credit card. I'm gonna buy some advertising, promote this show, and then I'm gonna make a dating app for only girls who want Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, shit. All right.
You try to do something nice, Kerm. You try
to
do something nice. Nobody on this show makes money doing the show. It's all about charity. Like, the budget for this show is ridiculous. It doesn't even cover what these people put into their costumes, time, and everything. And then most of them donate it right into buying the gifts.
Or their depression afterwards.
You know what? This is, why me? I'm not a rich guy, Kerm. Why am I donating my time around the holidays to do this? And then people aren't even going to appreciate my artistic vision? Bah, humbug.
You're so sour. You're so sour over this.
I'm just angry. I'm angry. Why should one person's... Okay, if that's your belief, fine. But then here's my belief. Why do your beliefs mean more than my beliefs?
But you don't have a belief in it.
But it's only because I've been through the system.
I don't know what to tell you, man. You ain't doing the damn roast.
You adopted Christianity. I was born into the light.
Dude, you're on your own, man.
I'm not on my own.
Because everyone's going to pretty much go with whatever you say anyway, so...
Rightfully so.
So you just
wait a minute. You mean I have followers or disciples?
Yeah, you got followers. I see where you're going with this. Well, if we do the Santa Claus roast, you guys will know firsthand.
You know what? Come out December 18th to Orlando Improv for the roast of Jesus.
Is that where we're pitching now?
No more Santa. It's the roast of Jesus now.
Oh, boy. That's
you know what?
Definitely not going to fly.
If it's going to be my last show at the Improv, it's going to be my last show at the Improv.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'll ask for the roast of Jesus. They'll say no. I'm like, fine. Can you just be on the dais then? And then that's how we'll negotiate.
You're doing the old switcheroony.
It doesn't sound so bad anymore.
That sounds so bad.
No.
Well, good luck. Who's gonna play Jesus anyways?
Ryan Holmes.
Oh, he said he was down for it.
Yeah, he did it last year.
He did do it last year.
We had another guy do it for several years. Never had a complaint. Ryan Holmes does it 1 year.
Maybe because the jokes are a little bit too mean.
Not really.
I don't know. It's supposed to be mean. You're supposed to go into that dark side of your head.
Yeah. I just can't believe with everything else that gets said during that show, that's where someone's going to draw the line. Like, what was it? Like, hey, Mrs. Claus, it's no big surprise you and Santa don't have kids. I mean, he only comes once a year, and when he does it down a chimney. Oh!
Hey-oh.
That means someone went home, had heard that joke, and had heard the joke about Jesus probably being black because he called everybody brothers. And the thing they decided to complain about wasn't that Mrs. Claus and Mr. Claus didn't have kids because Mr. Claus was dumping his cum down a chimney. It was because someone insinuated that Jesus might have been black, which he was. Just historically, he was.
You go. I'm not touching this shit.
Yep. So.
I mean, I thought he was Hispanic, but.
What?
Jesus.
That's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
Mm-mm.
It's Jesus.
Yeah, which means all Hispanics are probably black.
No, we get a pass, but we're not black.
Well, enough about that. I'm just frustrated now.
All right, well, let's.
Do you intentionally bring up things to irk me?
I didn't bring that up. You brought that up.
Do I intentionally bring up things to irk me?
Yeah, you do. I brought up the whole joke stealing, and then that set you in the mood, and now we're back to this.
You know what? I got my doctor's appointment tomorrow.
And then you got your doctor's appointment.
And they're going to be like, your blood pressure is so high. I'm like, it's because motherfuckers won't let me roast Jesus.
Do you got to get a...
I hope so.
Oh, really? The finger in your boot?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been to a doctor in so long.
I wish I could go with you tomorrow.
I'm going to get there tomorrow, and they're just going to tell me, hey, do this. I'm going to be like, okay.
I wish I could record it.
Really?
Just your face reactions of them talking to you and the waiting, the anticipation, the anxiety you're going through.
One of my buddies at the studio, he had to take the morning off because he took his wife to get her wisdom teeth removed. And he, of course, being a good husband, videotaped her all drugged up on the drive home. And then he's just videotaping while he's driving. And she's like in the seat, and she's like just spaced out. And he's like, who do you think I am? She's like, the chauffeur. He's like, you think you have a chauffeur?
Yeah.
He's like, you're going to be in for a rude awakening when you sober up.
Over here thinking you're a princess.
And then she's like, who are you? He's like, I'm your husband. She's like, you're my husband. No. She just
secrets start coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So they won't be drugging me tomorrow. But here's something interesting. Are you a Coke or are you a Pepsi guy?
Coke.
I think most people are Coke guys.
Pepsi's is for like kids.
People like apologize when they have to offer you Pepsi in a restaurant. Like,
yeah, because it's garbage soda. It's like RC.
They're like, what would you like? I'm like, I'll have a Coke. They're like, is Pepsi okay? You already know.
No, you know it's not okay.
You know it's not.
You know it's not okay.
The way you're already like,
yeah.
But in case you get tired of all that, have you tried any of the more exotic flavors that are out there?
What you mean, like Coke vanilla and all that?
Sure. But there's a company out there called Lester's Fixings. Check out some of the flavors they have for you to partake in. Pumpkin pie.
Okay.
Pumpkin pie soda. Peanut butter and jelly.
Okay.
Soda. Bacon soda.
I tried that. It's gross.
Bacon, but they have like three. They got regular bacon, chocolate bacon, and maple bacon.
Yeah, it's gross.
Bacon soda. It sounds disgusting.
It is.
Buffalo wing.
Yeah, that's gotta be really gross.
Soda. Sweet corn. Soda.
That might be good.
Because corn syrup.
Yeah.
Sweet corn syrup and ranch dressing. Soda.
Nah, F that.
They got it.
Nah.
It's like, how are you going to have ranch
You might as well have a blue cheese Coke.
You need to have the blue cheese if you're going to have the... But, yeah, there's a company that's selling these, and it's Lester's Fixings, and you can go to Soda Emporium. It's $23.99 for an 8-pack, and I got to say, that's $24 not well spent.
I'm going to buy that for you for Christmas.
Are you really?
Drink it.
I would never drink it. It would just sit on a shelf to be a conversation piece for all the friends who don't come.
You gotta drink it. I don't forget.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, I just realized. You know what?
What?
We didn't talk about Thanksgiving, and it's Thanksgiving week.
You put on the hat.
Yeah, we didn't talk about
You
anything.
didn't feel like talking about it. We got time. What
got
you want to talk
time?
about? Yeah.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I am actually driving down to Port St. Lucie. We usually go to my parents' house for Thanksgiving. But my mom called me a couple of days ago. They got a new oven last year.
Blew up.
Yeah, something's going wrong with it.
I just guessed.
Yeah, something's going wrong with it. And they
Boston market it is.
They can't get the part in, and then they weren't going to get it in time for. My mom goes all out. She cooks big time. So now, we're going to a restaurant on Thanksgiving, which I gotta tell you,
Smart.
stupid,
No, I think it's smart.
dumb as hell.
Why?
Worked in the restaurant industry for years. Hate restaurants on the holidays because it's the people who don't go to restaurants very much. It's almost like St. Patty's Day with people who drink. Holidays are always that time that people who don't go to the restaurants much go. So I hate waiting for a table. I hate the place that we're going doesn't take reservations, so you just gotta kind of get there and wait. And then it's it feels so rushed, I like Thanksgiving at my parents' house where you go there. I got the little crackers and pickle trays out, and you kind of snack and blah blah blah.
Go to a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, what is this? A Christmas story?
Yeah, I mean that's good stuff. They always do a good job.
With Roger Howie.
Rah 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 rah.
Yeah. Nah, man. So I mean, it will be good to see family and stuff, but it's just different,
Yeah.
It's just because we always go out to eat when I go down to visit. It's a different vibe than sitting there relaxing around your parents' house. The kids are playing in one room, your brothers are watching sports ball, and you're talking to your dad while he vents because he's on a 65th beer for the day. And
You should come. Oh, well, you already. I was gonna say you should come to our Thanksgiving.
yeah, you got a lot of people.
It just kind of turns into Taco Tuesday.
Yeah,
just
turkey tacos.
There's turkey and then tortillas and then
Yeah.
like empanadas and then rice and beans and it just turns into a Hispanic.
Yeah,
It's not even, and then they do a paranda, which is like
La Bamba.
No, not like La Bamba. Paranda is it's like a Puerto Rican circle and they just start singing and all that stuff and it's going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They just make up songs on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty dope.
Songs about cake.
About cake? No, not about cake. What the hell? No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
The flan. we talk about flan
We talk
and
about flan.
and what you call it, pernil and
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. But no.
So, how you doing with the whole? I think you discussed the secret of life last week.
Okay.
You were talking about what your secret of life was.
It's not a secret of life. I just feel like that's the duty of a human.
A goal to reproduce.
That's all. That's all we're here for.
How you doing with that?
Awful. Why?
How's that coming?
Well, no, actually, no. I'm doing a great job by not doing it.
Well, you're gonna say there's a new male contraceptive coming out. Did you
Yeah,
hear
it's a
about this?
shot in your wiener.
Did you hear?
Yeah,
about
I ain't
that?
doing that crap.
No.
No, I just get everyone pregnant.
Yep.
Screw that.
That's the thing. I think guys are on board with it until they hear a shot in the penis, and then they're like, let's just have a kid.
I don't even know if my junk works.
Yeah?
Who knows? I could be shooting blanks.
Yeah.
How do you get tested? You gotta go.
You throw against the wall, and if it sticks, that's spaghetti.
I was like, what? I thought you for real. I'm doing that tonight.
I think that's what you do with pasta. But it's funny because even with that, here's what it is. It's new male contraceptive. You get an injection, and basically they inject like a polymer, like a gel that blocks off sperm coming out of your testicles, right?
Right.
And it lasts about 13 years, and of course you can't get it removed and stuff like that. But the crazy thing about it is it's like 97.3% effective.
Okay.
But I think once a guy hears oh yeah, we just gotta stick this needle into your penis, he's like, you know what? I know you're 98% effective, but I'm going to go with the 50-50 on the pull-out.
I'll take my chances.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. That's crazy. And, of course, there's that's in India that they've already been through trials.
Of course it is.
And they're thinking 7 months out. There is a company in America that's working on the same thing, but they're also working on a pill that should be available in 10 years. So most guys are 10 years out, need a pill.
Dude, but can I just jack you up? How long does it last once you get the injection in your wiener?
13 years.
Oh, you said 13 years?
13 years.
Huh.
13 years.
But wouldn't that mess up your mess up your system? What if it jack you up in the long run?
Well, that's the funny thing. It's it's like building a wall, for your We don't want to let those little invaders in. They're going to ruin our lives, you know? But basically, that's why I was thinking. I'm like, man, if you got that all pent up, like, because there's a difference between the sperm and, you know, ejaculate, I guess. So it's
Okay, it's getting
right,
gross.
right? Well, I'm trying to get all scientific with it.
Yeah.
But
The nut.
But basically, that means that sperm is behind that wall for like 13 years.
Yeah, you just got
So when you finally open it up, you got like that Benjamin Button sperm coming out. Like, you got sperm with like little walkers and the young ones zipping past.
Just
like,
a
slow
flood
down,
of old.
slow it down, Sonny. James, we've been waiting 13 years. Respect your elders.
Your kid comes out 30.
Yeah,
It's all old looking.
all reverse Benjamin. Yeah.
Ugh. Like an old Yoda.
So, well, speaking of old, you're not getting younger, man.
Wait, what's that going to mean?
I'm just saying, you better get a kid, and you're gonna be too old to be playing with
No,
it.
I can shoot all day. It's her that has to hurry it up.
How
right?
you figure?
Like, I always hear about dudes getting, like, kids when they're like their 60s and crap.
Yeah, but it's more about, are you gonna be in shape to be hanging out with them?
No, I don't want to be around.
What do you mean you don't want to be around? I thought that was the whole purpose of recreate.
I said that's the whole purpose. I didn't say that was my purpose.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
hmm
No.
So come on.
What do you mean, come on? You forcing me?
Yeah, go ahead, have a kid.
Go ahead, have a kid.
It'll be
Just
cool when they
knock it out.
When they hit 8, you guys can share clothes.
Oh, here we go. Did it? The short joke's coming in.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, we got in a fight over that shit yesterday.
Really?
Another bar.
I like how you bring the whole, you know, the short jokes coming in. It was more along the lines of maturity and taste in clothing. You're fucking wearing a turkey hat right now.
First off,
Fair enough, but
it's a theme.
Let's hear about this. Someone almost got in a fight with you over your short jokes.
I didn't get. What pissed me
This
off
was at the open mic.
Right. What
Okay.
pissed me off was, first off, he was one of Valone's students.
Oh, okay. Well, that should already get you.
So he didn't know the rules. So I was nice. I bumped him.
Oh.
I bumped him in like 8.
Okay.
Right? He goes on stage, and right off the back, since the stand was all the way down, somehow like it fell or whatever,
Yeah.
he tried to make a joke. Goes, hey, where's Kermit? Where's Kermit? I'm in the back. I don't even know.
You're not even hosting.
No, I'm not hosting. I'm not even paying attention.
Yeah.
And he goes, this is your height. I was like, what? This is your height. I was like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
And then he goes, no, I'm just saying. And I was like, how about you do some jokes? And then he's like, you talking trash? I was like, you talking trash about me? And then we went back and forth for a little bit.
And you're like,
And
this
then-
counts as his minutes.
And then he goes, yeah. I was like, all you're doing is wasting your. I said exact. I was like, this is counting as your time. And then he goes, I'll step on you. I was like, I'm about to go up there and fuck you up. And then everyone's like it got really tight in the room.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like people pulled me away, and I sat to the back.
Oh.
And then he no laughs. He
Of
does
course.
his set. And then I go, yeah, that's what $300 gets you, baby. Valone 101, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, that's that good money. That's that good
Wow.
money. So then he got all pissed. And then he came up to me. He's like, oh, man, I love you, man. I love you. I was like, I don't fucking know you. Like, who are you?
Yeah.
And it's just some douchebag that just started. I just found it funny.
That's hysterical too, because Marcus Crespo and I have like stories like that where we'll be. I think
I don't mind joking with people I know.
That's exactly
Yeah.
it. It's like it was one night at the Improv. You know, Marcus Crespo, very very funny guy. We're all standing in that little circle. We've all had a great show.
I was there. I
And,
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and some guy comes up, and he wasn't part of the group yet.
Not yet.
But he is now. you
Sort
know?
of.
Sort of. But he comes up, and Marcus and I are back and forth on each other. We're all on each other. And then this guy we barely know looks at Marcus like, yeah, man, because the back of your head looks like a pack of hot dogs.
Yeah.
Which, number one, not very original.
No. And he's heard it 1,000 times. I think he talks about it as a joke.
Yeah. And number two, I don't know you. So Marcus just turns, he's like, who the fuck are you? This is after I've just like basically insinuated that I've hooked up with Marcus's mom.
Yeah.
And Marcus is like laughing, going,
Yeah.
oh, you son of a bitch.
Right.
But then some guy comes up and calls the back of his neck like hot dogs, and he's like ready. It's like, Marcus, so I don't know this fucker. And it's like,
Yep.
whoa.
Yep.
And that's kind of how it is. It's like once you're in and once we're all, you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Basically. But if you're just like the new guy and you walk by and you think, oh, I'm going to jump in on that.
What pissed me off was I was nice.
Yeah, you went out of your way for this
I
guy.
went out of my way and bumped him.
For this stranger.
And then he fucking
And they
tried to
shit on you in
he
your
tried-
own room.
which didn't go well for him.
Of course not.
Because I'm standing right at the stage when he started doing it. 'Cause I walked up. I was
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then it was just a big old dumb argument.
No.
And his girlfriend was there, his wife or whatever, and she got all tight.
Oh.
And she was recording his set.
Well, I'm gonna need names after the show.
I don't know his name. It was like a girl's name, like Christian or something like that. Yeah, I don't. Dude, it's literally one of Carmen's people.
We'll have to figure this out.
Yeah.
We'll get to the bottom of this. But anyways, we went really, really long last week. And,
all right, let's wrap it up.
We got some filming to do tonight.
Yeah, we got some new skits coming out.
So I guess we're just, we'll be back next week. Well, Kermit will. I got my doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I might not be.
So you're going to be back for the obligatory podcast with Kermit.
Yeah. And
Myke's corpse.
I feel bad because, like, at Thanksgiving dinner, someone's going to say something stupid like, let's just all be thankful we're here and we're healthy. I'm going to be like, I meant to tell you.
You're fine, dude. Shut up. You barely drink and you don't smoke, so
yeah,
not a big deal. You're good.
That's going to be the irony of it, man. Like, out of my family, my parents have smoked in the house and around me since before. They're smokers.
Yeah.
Done. But they're not even like to go out on the patio. They're like in the house smokers. Both my brothers, smokers. I'm the only one in the family that doesn't smoke. And I always thought the irony of it will be I'm the one who gets like, something horrible. Yeah. And then you know me.
You'll be fine.
You know me. If you think I'm going to take that gracefully, I'm going to be like, hey. My last words are going to be like, hey, I know you guys are thinking probably because, you smoked when I was a kid and smoked in the house and all of you smoked. I'm sure somewhere you guys might be feeling this is your fault. And I just wanted to let you know it is. Son of a bitch. Is that what you're going to say? That's exactly what I'm going to say. I recorded last will and testament already.
Have you recorded it for real?
No, I was dude, did you see the paperwork I had to fill out for this?
Yeah, it's like a Bible.
Yeah, luckily your girl was here to help me out because dude, I'm going nothing.
I just sign everything. Who cares, man? They're just gonna have your body anyways and do whatever they want.
Nothing makes you feel confident. Like this is my first time going to the doctor, and one of the forms they have me filling out is a living will. Like, hey, we just want to know. Not saying anything's gonna go wrong. But if something does go wrong,
right? How
long should we keep you on life support? I'm like, until I'm alive again. I don't know what to do.
Nah, man, if you're a veg, I'll be in there. I'll pull that plug for you, buddy. I'm not going to let you live like that.
I just think that's kind of extreme to go from, hey, I'd like to come on in and get my temperature and blood pressure taken to, okay, how wrong do things have to go on this visit? It's like, he came in for just...
He came in
healthy.
He just came in for some blood work, and now he's dead.
Now he's dead.
Yeah. Well, I wish you luck. You're going to be fine. We'll talk about it next week.
Make me a promise.
What's the promise?
If tomorrow is my last day on Earth, you guys roast the hell out of Jesus.
I'm going to blame him.
It was Mike's dying wish.
It was Mike's dying wish. All right. Well, all right. I'll do that.
Cool. We'll see you next week. Hey, have happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
That sort of thing, and we'll talk to you soon.
Oh, yeah. You got to say what you're thankful for, man.
What am I thankful for?
Yeah.
Can't wait till after the doctor's appointment.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm thankful for you guys that listen to us weekly, and I'll see you guys next week.
Ditto.
Later. Gobble, gobble.